Get an Airbnb and get more space. Because I'm a bestie in a taxi.
One Turner Place, Piscataway, New Jersey. Hey, good morning. What happened? Well, how about asking him this? Okay. Okay. What happened at church? Yeah, but what happened at church that makes you not want to go? You just want to stay home? Yeah, I get it. Why does he have to? Is he gonna stay with Chris? I'm just asking because you're gonna have him. I'm asking. You called me. Do you want my opinion? I'm just asking because yesterday you didn't want him to go to the baby shower. You didn't answer your phone. And then you gave me a hassle about coming to the baby shower, and you said leave him with Chris. So I'm just asking. Why not leave him with Chris now? Chill out. Okay. Did you get laundry done? Oh man, I don't understand what you're talking about. What? What are you talking about? Listen, I understand you're upset. It was a baby shower. How are there no children? How is there no children at a baby shower? Why is you calling me, fussing with me, and you asked me? I just asked you, why can't he just stay home with Chris? I don't know what you want. Oh man. Call me up fussing and be mad that I don't want to fuss with you. Oh, I love it. Such a mess. That's your problem. I ain't dealing with that. We'll figure it out. Oh, Jesus. We're just over here fussing the fuss. There might be a bee in this speaker. And a baby rattle in my vents. Amongst other things, shaking and moving and making noise. Fussing and fussing. Anybody got time for that? I'm working over here. You see me working over here. Man, this is gonna be a good ride today. A little bit of overcast, so the sun ain't beating on me. It's warm outside. All this rain, these trees are starting to bud too. Yeah, this spring has sprung, baby. I'm loving it. I can't wait. Piscataway, New Jersey. Let's roll out. I wonder which one of these cameras is better on here. Is it the S24, S21, or is it the iPhone 16? Which camera is better for the stream?
This is my GMC Typhoon, and this is my... is my other GMC Typhoon. I bought a second GMC Typhoon because I needed this, the center console. I couldn't find this part anywhere. Naturally, I found a used center console after buying the truck, but that's okay, because when I flew out to Florida to pick up the parts Typhoon, I discovered it had a newer looking engine that might be built. My Typhoon engine is doing okay after replacing all the bearings, but it was was definitely hurt, and with how much fun this little truck is, I'm not exactly sure how long it will last. So we're gonna find out exactly how built this engine is. We're gonna take it out of here, rip it all apart. What we got? And this is a legit Street Cars video. You know we gotta throw a table full of high performance parts at my Typhoon. And in this case, we actually have 3 tables worth of high performance parts, including gigantic brakes and the coolest GMC Typhoon wheels you've ever seen. So we have a ton of wrenching to do to the Typhoon twins because we gotta get this one ready. Summer is right around the corner. So with that, it's double Typhoon time. All right, so we have a ton to do in this episode. I just finished ceramic coating our wheels, so those will dry before the tires get installed, and I ceramic coated our gigantic bare a complete kit for the GMC Typhoon. Important this guy, every nut and bolt, really neat. I think we should probably just start here with the brakes. Let's get these little wheels off. Last time they're on the Typhoon. Oh my gosh, these brakes are so small. Well, here's one of the rotors. Literally covers everything. Look at the difference here with the calipers. That's insane. All right, let's get this caliper off. Busting out standard tools here, 3/8. Oh man. Sweet. All right, these aren't rusted in there. That's beautiful. Oh, yeah. I could use a little lube, but, well, we're never going to use these again. I'm going to buy a little caliper. Oh, wow. These pads are definitely getting low. When the lining is about the thickness of the backing plate, you need new ones. Let's get these little rotors off. Did I get it? All right, there we go. Rotors off. Now we're going to be removing the entire spindle because we have to make some modifications. So we need to get this big axle nut out of the way. Here is the cotter pin for that. I already had these out when I did the front differential on this truck, so it's got a nice new cotter pin. That's apparently still cotter pinning. Wow, it's doing a great job. There we are. Now this is just a little cover over the nut. So we'll get that out of the way. And then we have 36 mil for the socket. This washer is always a pain in the butt to get out. The magnet really helps out. To remove the spindle, we're going to hit the nut on the lower ball joint. Next, we have the nut for the tie rod. With the nut back on, we can hit this with a hammer. Just like that. This is a new tie rod end that I did when I did the differential. And this should pop right out like that. There we go. Upper ball joint out. And I'm probably going to replace these guys. Give the lower ball joint a smack. Be able to remove the entire spindle, pull the axle out. There she is. That's our wheel bearing. It's okay. I got the driver's side off as well. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Yeah, this one's a little grindy. We're gonna replace them both. These hub assemblies are nice. They're just 3 bolts on the back, and I'll have to beat on this. Oh, get out of here! Okay. Wow, that's amazing. I believe that came apart. With the spindle off and disassembled, we have to do a little bit of surgery, chopping these 2 ears off. Luckily, we have very detailed instructions for every step of the way. This is really nice. I've marked this. Oh, let's see what happens. Cool. Now we got the big one here. It's a little bit thicker. Sweet. This is awesome. I love cars. Now we have brackets that will bolt down. We're just gonna map that out right now. Use protection. So this bracket's going to utilize 2 of the bolts for our hub, so I have a little bit more cutting to do. This is not lining up yet. I'd rather take off a little bit and have to trim later than go too far. And here is our final on the cut. I also shaved this smooth, so once we paint it, probably won't be able to tell that I did anything here. And this lines up perfectly, so that spindle's done. We'll do the other one, and then let's blast it. It is sandblast pivot time. Pretty much destroyed. But anyway, I'll show you guys the final product. I don't know what that was. Stuff now. These were
boards from Boost Auto with our premium auto retract and auto deploy technology. And introducing the stealthiest boards on the market, Boost Auto's powered running boards. For an ultra low profile featuring all the same technology as LumaStep M2 without the additional lighting functions. LumaStep M2, here now with all the same lighting functions as LumaStep M1, jam-packed within its solid six.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Within its solid 6000 series aerospace grade aluminum construction. Available now or coming soon for your truck, including GM, Ford, Ram, and more.
With a 600-pound weight capacity on each side, you can hop on and off with peace of mind.
The lighting functions are just as impressive as LumaStep M1. LumaStep M2 can be built to have white or amber running light to fit right in with any build. That, paired with our startup sequence, will turn your ride into a showstopper from the start. And of course, all M2 boards will come with our turn signal as standard flashing signal or our premium sequential signal option. What better way to stand out on the road?
Build your boards with a rock light functionality to illuminate your surroundings, even when your vehicle's off.
Don't let the night hold you back. LumaStep M2's innovative technology ensures your vehicle stands out brighter and stronger than the rest.
Our robust motors and bracket systems are designed to hold up 365 days a year. And our electronics integrate seamlessly with your vehicle, so you'll never have to give up aesthetics.
Don't settle for tacky wires and stick-on magnets on your doors. We don't have time for tiny motors, subpar construction, or finicky deployment mechanisms like some other stuff out there. That's why the engineers from Boost Auto have brought you the best steps out there. Our deployment mechanism features sensing technology integrated into the motor and control unit for optimal functioning of your boards. And the motors speak for themselves. They're built big, built strong, and built to last. With a fully metal construction and solid shaft that connect to the brackets, rest assured these boards will stay on your ride for many, many adventures to come. Between the solid construction, innovative lighting technology, customizability, and hassle-free install path,
These were coated pretty thick from the factory, so I got off as much as I could, so now we're gonna prime them. Take the stick. This is a sealed wheel bearing we'll be plopping in here, so you don't really have to take it off. Just don't spray in here. It's been about 10 minutes. We'll hit it with a little bit of gloss black, and I always do one light coat first, and I'll go ahead and put our final. Wow, look at that. Ooh, looks so good. Both sides have been painted, and now they're drying. So let's replace the ball joints. We got all sorts of other stuff we can do. I do believe these control arms have been replaced, but we're gonna do the ball joints. They're riveted in. A lot of times that's original. I've seen aftermarkets like that too. Woo. Once you've used the chisel bit to get the head off, you can use a little punch like this on the air hammer. Woo. Alright, and just like that it'll fall to the ground. This thing was in pretty decent shape. Now we just have to do the top, and if you take a cutoff wheel and make a couple X's in these rivets, it makes it much easier to come off. So we'll do the same thing up top. Once you get all the rivets, we're going to go up with it. So I've been storing all the parts in the back of the Typhoon, and I think these are going to go for full joints. One thing I got to say about my Typhoon is the body is in like perfect condition. This tailgate is super tight. How's this one? Oh yeah, this is really common. These strikers end up loosening up. There is a bushing in here that they don't make anymore, but I just got a sweet new 3D printer from Bamboo Labs. This is their X1C, and now I can make practically everything. Check this out. Someone created a file for the fix for the striker online. This is totally free, so I just downloaded the file. Now I've downloaded the Bamboo Studio program onto my computer, so we're gonna create. We're just gonna drag our file right in. We need 4 of these things, so we're gonna click clone, bam. So you can get filament in almost any color and material, and I'm gonna use carbon fiber infused filament for this. This is a wear item, so it's gonna hold up much, much better. Swapping these out is really easy. And then we're just gonna install our new spool, and we just push this in, and we can feed it in. Look at that, it's beautiful. It knew it off the QR code. That's so cool. Slice plate, print plate, send. There we go, it's heating up. So before it prints, it's going to make a scan of the bed and make sure everything is perfectly level. You can see there are adjustment rods here, but this is all automatic. While that's preparing to print, I just want to show you a few things that we've done here at the shop. This is a really cool measurement tool for bolts. This is a tape dispenser. I'm going to use it for electrical tape in the shop. Oh man, this is a good one. If you guys use Milwaukee power tools, you know these clips always break and these things get super loose. These are kind of expensive, but I was able to 3D print one. I mean, once you're set up, this is pennies. So we'll take the one screw out, pop this off, and then we'll take our new one, and we'll put the screw right back in. Bam! Look at that, perfect. I'm really excited to print out parts for cars. So these are the proper lug covers for most of these older GMs. It threads right on, it looks beautiful. Oh wow, I stepped away for a few minutes. This thing is 45% done. This printer is super fast. Look at that. It also has a built-in camera, so you can watch this on your phone, monitor progress, and it's just really cool footage of printing your piece. So even though the X1C is super easy to use for anybody, lots of 3D printing professionals use this. The print quality is amazing, and the speed as well. It is super fast, and the dual auto bed leveling is huge. So this is their app. It's called Bamboo Handy. It's totally free. So even if you guys don't have this yet, you can just search whatever you want. Look at this, car tools 621, and you can scroll around and see exactly what you guys will be able to print without designing anything or literally knowing at all how to 3D print. It's so easy with this one. Oh, it's so cool. Now these are very precision fits, so it should just snap right in. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's perfect. Look at this, it's fixed. Oh my gosh, it's so solid. I can't wait to show you guys in future videos some more real world 3D printing of parts and tools and who knows what else with my X1 Carbon. So I'm gonna leave you guys a custom link down below so you can check out everything Bamboo Lab has to offer. And if you guys do end up picking up one of these printers, I highly recommend you get the combo. It's gonna come with some other accessories, and then you can pick out all your filament, and it's a better value. So anyway, big thanks to Bamboo Lab for sponsoring this video and making such an awesome printer. Check out the link down below. Now back to the Typhoon. Before we get these new joints in and clean everything up, I think I'm gonna replace the Tokiko gas shocks. I don't know if they're bad, but they're probably, this is a good while you're in there, nothing's in our way. They're okay. Seen better days. It's a little rusty. I'm gonna clean this area up just with a little bit of brake clean, and we'll get a wire wheel in here. It's just a little grimy. I bought these refillable pressurized sprayers, and I put some brake clean in there. I bought a 5-gallon pail of brake clean. You can get this at an auto parts store, actually. Like, I think this is from like AutoZone or something. This ends up being like 5 to 10 times cheaper than buying the cans. So a little trick if you guys use a lot of brake clean. These legit street cars brushes on a drill make this really quick. It was awesome. I'm done cleaning and degreasing, and this is what we have left. So this is not perfect prep for paint. For paint, we would have to sand every little nook and cranny inside of here and all that kind of good stuff. That is more kind of frame off restoration stuff. But I'm really excited to show you guys something I've been testing on some of my older cars that
Derry, have a good day. Indonesia. I always wanted to go to Indonesia. I just need to get up and go.
That don't need any real rust repair. They're just a little grimy. Honestly, they're just very real world, but you want to protect the frame, the suspension components, and you don't want to literally take the body off to properly clean this, all the suspension components to paint it. That is literally a frame off restoration. But anyway, let me show you guys what I've been working on. So you guys have seen me undercoat a bunch of my cars with the AMSOIL heavy duty metal protector. I love this stuff, but I wanted something that was black. So I found this from Fluid Film. It works well, except it never cures. So then on Amazon, I found this stuff from Waxall, which is very similar. It's black. It still doesn't fully cure, but it's a little better than the Fluid Film. And check this out. This is not paint. I know it's going to look that way on camera, but the surface doesn't need to be perfectly degreased. This is not paint. This is more of a wax, just like the AMSOIL, but in black. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Guys, this is probably one of the most satisfying things you could ever do to a car. It's so good and easy. And a light mist just kind of like restores the whole area. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now it looks good, except it never cures, which is really annoying because if you're working on the car, your hands are going to be all black afterwards. But I did some testing on the olds, and if we simply spray the AMSOIL heavy duty metal protector over that, it gives it another layer, and then this stuff dries really nicely, and then it won't get all over your hand. It's like the best of both worlds. You need two products, but it's still really cheap, and I'll leave both of these linked down below. This is going to look good. I just got done with this, so it's pretty glossy, but eventually it's going to dry and look like that, and then it'll get more glossy with this. You can almost consider this like a clear coat, top coat. Driver's side is done as well. Anyway, we got to let this dry for a few hours, so let's attack the rear. I guess hang on, before we get rid of the rear drum brakes, you know, we gotta spray this frame down. It's just so easy. You don't really even see much of this even with the wheel on, but why not? Seriously addictive to use. Obviously, this frame is in excellent condition. It's rock solid. There's no holes or anything even remotely close to that. But I do want you to be careful because you'll see like Wranglers and other full frame vehicles that do have holes, and guys will get usually the rubberized undercoating and they'll try to mask this hole. So even if you see a shiny black frame in pictures, you still gotta inspect it. For the rears, we're gonna start off by removing the drum brake. Some love taps, loosen it up. Finally, this took so much hammering. There is our drum. So with the drum off, we will have to remove all of the parking brake assembly, but these axles need to come out as well, and let's pull that out of the way by removing this cover. Now we got a bunch of 13s. Bolts coming out. He's coming. Oh yeah. There we are. Here is our differential. Really nice. It looks in great shape. It's just like the Silverado. There we go. Alright. Broke that loose. It's nice. Alright, now we can use a little wrench to get this pulled out. Just to go a little bit faster. There's some Loctite on this. There we go. Alright, there she is. Oh, this is great. This broke off. Oh yeah, that's in there. Great. That is a bad spot to drill. So this is the pin we're trying to remove. That's like a locking force coming on. I think it's moving. No, we are going to be extremely lucky. Sometimes you can just spin this out and get a reverse drill bit in here too. I'm just curious. I get this in the right spot. That really stinks, guys. Oh, it's spinning. Look at that. It's spinning. Are you kidding me? Oh, I had it going. I promise. Oh, man. Oh, there we go. I gotta spin again. Okay. Oh, this is nuts, guys. If I don't have to drill, that would be huge. I mean, this is so crazy. Come on, baby. Oh. now we can pull this pin out. Woo! Slippery little fella. Alright, so we're going to spin this by the drive shaft right now. There we go. Now we can remove the entire axle. This gives us a lot more room to get rid of this stuff. This is funny. This is the ABS sensor in the rear. And look at this. This is, 30 years of collecting debris. Woo. That broke, I think. Oh, no, it didn't break. Cool. It's in good shape. All right, I have our brake line disconnected. All the bolts out of here. Let's see if we get this off as an assembly now. Nice. All right, perfect. That's great. And we are going to be replacing our parking brake cable as well, so we can leave all of that connected to this. Disconnected the parking brake cable and our ABS sensor. This whole thing is going bye-bye. I wasn't having any issues with the seal or the bearings, but we're right here with this one replacement. They're pretty cheap. You can remove the seal and the bearing with bearing puller. There we go. But I just want to pop this seal out. That way we'll be able to see exactly how far in this bearing goes. And sometimes they do bottom out, but I just like to verify. Now we can take a quick measurement with the digital mic, and now we know our bearing's going to go in about a ½ inch. This is a special wheel bearing removal tool. It slides in like that. Then we use a slide hammer. Bam. Easy peasy. Here's our old wheel bearing. Slide it out like that. Next, we're going to go to the parts department and grab our bearings out of the freezer. So you want to freeze your bearings so they shrink. Act quick before your frozen bearing, thaws out. Not sure if this matters, but the numbers on the old one were facing in, so we're going to go ahead and install that just like they did. So we're going to slide it like that. We're going to get it started by hand. With our bearing driver, we can give it some taps. Make sure it's going in straight. Almost there. Bam. New wheel bearing. Sweet. Oh yeah, this thing's looking good. So the outside race of the bearing might be thicker or thinner than your old bearing. So as long as this is pretty close, and then more importantly, we'll take a few measurements from all around, make sure it's even, and we're gonna be good. Now your wheel bearings on a solid axle car are lubricated with the gear oil that you're gonna fill up on the diff. What always freaks me out though is that the diff plug is here at the bottom of the tube. So I'm not sure if it immediately hits the bearing, so I'm sure it does and it's totally fine, but I like to kind of pre-lubricate it. So I'm just using a little bit of normal wheel bearing grease, like literally just a little bit. This isn't gonna really do much after that gear oil gets in here, but you can see it's already quiet before these things are just kind of banging around in there. So anyway, it's just something I do. The seal install is just like the bearing install. You're gonna stick it in here as straight as you can. It'll